And the federal government has assured that the National Iron Ore Mining Company will simultaneously receive technical audit and funding alongside the Ajaokuta Steel Company Limited. Minister of Mines and Steel Development Olamilekan Adegbite gave this assurance while on a tour to Itakwe, Kogi State to assess the current state of the company. Habida Lawal was there.
The Ajaokuta steel plant has been economically unproductive for decades, and efforts at reviving it had in the past proved abortive. The steel plant, which sits on 12,000 plots, has a 68-kilometer road network and another 24-kilometer road network on the ground. It was built decades ago and has never produced any steel due to the dispute over the ownership of the Ajaokuta Steel Complex and Nigerian Iron Ore Mining Company. The dispute made it impossible for the government to make any long-term plans for the concession or privatization of the two companies. The funding for the revival of the companies is coming from two sources: the Russian Export Center, providing $450 million, and the Afrexim Bank, providing $1 billion, totaling $1.45 billion. With so much money involved, it is worrying that nothing seems to have been done. This visit is not the first of its type. There are 200 million tons of iron ore deposit here. That is enough to serve Ajaokuta for the next 20 years. But NIOMCO currently works at 30% of its capacity, and it's not enough.
We've tied Ajaokuta and NIOMCO together. Like I said, it's like a semi-string. You can't separate them. We've tied them together, and the technical audit that we're doing for Ajaokuta will also be done for this. And it's all within the purview of the funds that are already pledged. There might be a little divergence there. President Muhammadu Buhari has said that we don't want to use Nigerian money to do this. So we're going to rely on the funds that are pledged.
Over the years, the plants have become moribund. A technical audit has become necessary as the mine have stopped working and there has been a rapid advancement of technology.
Both in Itakwe and in Ajaokuta. Yesterday we were in Itakwe, we saw what we have seen, and we insisted that there must be a technical audit of that plant so that we can be able to take stock of what is on the ground and what needs to be done in order to take that place productive, so that it can provide the raw materials that this plant needs.
The ways and means of bringing the technology here in line with international best practice and the modern technology at hand for the prospection of the ore here.
The sole administrator of NIOMCO highlighted some of the challenges faced, ranging from inadequate mining equipment to the depletion of human resources.
For the plant to operate, it needs a complement of equipment that will make the raw iron ore be enough to get the plant to produce enough for Ajaokuta. Non-completion of rehabilitation works on the beneficiation plant and super concentrate / weather ore treatment plant. The plant and facilities of NIOMCO occupies over 8,000 hectares of land. Over 8,000 hectares of land is where this company is sitting, and it is not fenced. We have made an attempt, or making several attempts, to fence in phases. That's what you see along the road. But at the rate we are going, it will take us multiple years to cover, but it's still a constraint anyway. And then it has a perimeter of 74.28 kilometers, which is not fenced. Hence, they need to fully fence the company.
What Nigerians want to hear at this point is the sound of working machines. Tagged the bedrock of Nigeria's industrialization, and at its present state, the question that readily comes to mind is, will this sleeping industrial giant ever be resuscitated? This is considered to be the lifeline for the Ajaokuta Steel Company. The delay in the Russian audit is why it is still obsolete. Habida Lawal, TVC News, Kogi State.